Good afternoon, interwebs. Today's driving thought is called Gussied Up. So I, especially in the later afternoon, evening hours, will pick up people, specifically single people who are going to go to a bar or someplace to meet other people. And men, women, doesn't matter. If they're going out for the purpose of either trying to find someone to meet or they're actually going to go on a blind date or whatever, they get all pretty. The men get all manscaped and cleaned up, and the ladies get all hair done and makeup and perfume, and they sit anxiously and they sit on their phone and do their thing. And it's, I don't know, I started to think about the ones who are getting ready to go meet a stranger, or they're not going to meet someone specifically, they're going to go try to find someone. And it's, the ego kicks in, and I'm not like looking for someone to flirt, but I'm like, once in a while I catch myself thinking, like, you got all pretty to go meet somebody and someone just picked you up. Like, what's wrong with me? And don't make it weird. It's just kind of that of a weird, I put myself in a situation. But it's interesting to me how much effort people put into their appearance to go meet a stranger or somebody maybe they don't know very well. I've been married almost 22 years, and thank the Lord my wife takes me as I am, because I'm not, as I told my friend Robbie at camp last week, I'm not the brightest tool in the shed, and I'm not always the most well-dressed and the most put together kind of guy. I'm lucky if I do anything in my hair in the morning. But there are times when I'm like, we're gonna go out and it's a special occasion, like I want to look good for her. Before we got married, she might contest this, but I put some effort into my appearance and tried to look good, for her, trying to win her affections and so forth. And then of course it got me to thinking, we, as followers of Jesus, are called the bride of Christ. We are called, someday there will be this marriage supper of the Lamb, and Jesus as the husband and the church of the bride will come together. And with thinking about these people, for whom do you get gussied up? For whom do you try to make yourself look the best? Now, I understand that there's a difference between trying to impress someone, putting your best foot forward and maybe trying to, hide imperfections and earn points. I'm not talking about that kind of thing. I'm talking about, when there are times when you have relationships with people, like, again, my wife takes me as I am. I don't have to get, good looking for her, because it's kind of a pointless effort. But when I do try, I do it not to win something, because I already have something. I do it to make her happy. Do we do the same thing with God? And people say, well, Jesus just takes me as I am, and I'm a mess, and I'm not perfect. And yes, I get that. I understand that. But when's the last time you thought through, maybe I want to put a better foot forward in my relationship with God? Maybe I want to do something not to earn points or earn respect or earn favor, because you can't do that. Again, God sees through all of that. But I think God, like us, appreciates when we try. I think God, appreciates. This is an extreme example, but you watch those Bridezilla shows, and these people getting ready for one ceremony on one day are just nuts. It drives me crazy. I can't watch those shows because they're just so obnoxiously self-centered and spend more on a dress than I do on a car. And it's ridiculous. But scaling that back a little bit, we are going to meet our groom someday, so to speak. What kind of thought and effort and consideration, that's the word, what kind of consideration are we putting into how we are going to be presented to him? I think if we sort of added that to our thinking and on a daily basis thought, I want to make myself presentable for Jesus because I love him and he loves me. And it's not fake. It's not putting on airs. It's not like, hey, Jesus, I really have it together. Aren't I awesome? It's like, he's like, no, I know you and I love you anyway. But thanks for trying. I appreciate you doing that. God doesn't need it, but I think we need it. I think we need to put that better foot forward. Anyway, that's today's driving thought. What do you think? Put some comments on the webpage where this is posted, if you found it on the webpage or on the Facebook. And I'd love to dialogue with you about it and hear your thoughts. So you can find me, CorbyStevens.com is the blog, at Corby Stevens on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And thanks for watching. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.